on your decisions that you are making
sur
now.
les décisions que tu es en train de faire maintenant.
The key to put all this trouble that is in front
La clé
to
pour
rest
pouvoir
is in your
abattre les
hands.
confrontations là.
Dialogue
Entre
with
tes
the
mains.
opposition leader.
Dialogue avec le leader
Invite him and
d'opposition.
talk.
Invite-le
Peace will
et parle
return.
et la paix va revenir.
Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I brought you an interesting video from Prophet Joshua Igila. He has a lot to say in this video and a lot are about to unfold in this particular video when the Nigerian Army Defense Chief of Staff has a lot to say about Simon Ekpa. I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to let you watch the video so that you hear from the horse's mouth yourself. But please, before I do that, do wait to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not. And if you're a returning subscriber, I want to say a very big thank you. So I'm just going to let you watch the video so that you hear from them yourself. Here is it, guys.
Let me ask you about the IPOB agitation. Simon Ekpa, for example, you've told me before that you're working with the foreign authorities to ensure, but now what updates do you have now?
No, I think the Finnish government have their own procedure they're going through. The Nigerian government have forwarded all the relevant documents, exhibits, and everything about what's going on. So I'm sure justice will be done.
So it looks like it's taking longer than necessary.
Well, it's not our country; it's a sovereign country. They have their own procedures, so they have to follow their own procedures. Ours is to ensure they will follow up and make sure that we monitor what's being done. But I'm sure they will do because we have been able. I think the Attorney General did a fantastic job, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Defense, together with the Office of the National Security Advisors, comprehensive things were done. Exhibits were forwarded that will enable them to be able to take action.
How dangerous was Simon Ekpa's activities and all allied or related to your office and to the Nigerian society?
Very innocent people were killed just by his utterances. And so we needed to stop that. And that's immediately they picked him, you see that it has gone down. There are people like him that also doing those things, we're also equally going after them, both outside and within. There are people that benefit. You know, the funny thing about the country is that some people think...
So guys, I believe you heard from the man yourself. This video, it will be continued towards the end of this particular video. So please, I urge you to stay tuned and listen to what the man has to say, because there is more to this particular video. And there are a lot of things he says. He says that what Simon Ekpa is doing, it's causing more harm than good, and they are working with the foreign aid to be able to bring him to book at the end of the day. As you all know, there are a lot of unaliving people in the eastern part of Nigeria, which they are saying some ethnic group or some community are supporting the agitation while others are not supporting. And the defense chief of staff have a lot to say in this particular video. That is why I say stay tuned to the end so that you hear from him yourself. There are some few things that Prophet Joshua Igila has to say concerning Nigeria, TINUBU WILL, that I want you to listen to. So I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to let you watch the video right now. Here's it, guys.
If I'm the current president of Nigeria, I will spend time on my health. I will guide my health. So serious, so that there should be no medical emergency. Now watch me. I'm not among these prophets that just say things to make you happy. No. When we prophesy and you hear us talk, some people think it's a guesswork. No, it's not a guesswork. Like in Nigeria now, the aviation industry in Nigeria have to be very careful. Very careful. Very careful. Between 2025 and 2026, have to be very careful. But I don't want what I'm seeing to come and then you begin to exchange words and batter words. You caused it. You do this. You caused this. All precautionary measures should be taken note of. Nobody should cut corner in the name of I want to make profit. I'll leave it that way. It's a warning. Nigeria will see a lot of hope
Le Nigeria verra tellement d'espoir.
Now listen to me.
Maintenant, écoutez-moi.
What God showed me about Nigeria.
Ce que le Seigneur m'a montré concernant le Nigeria,
2025. So
ça,
don't tie it to 2025 alone.
ça ne concerne pas seulement l'année 2025, ça va au-delà.
Nigeria will go through turbulence in 2025.
Il y aura des turbulences en 2025, mais il y a tellement d'espoir qui arrive.
It's not because of the skillfulness.
Et l'espoir qui arrive, ce n'est pas parce qu'il y a une bonne aptitude de nos leaders ou bien à cause de leur intelligence, de leur agilité, mais parce que Dieu aime ce pays. J'apporte un message d'espoir.
When I say I brought a message of
Quand je dis
hope,
que j'apporte le message d'espoir,
as a human being, I look at Nigeria,
je regarde le Nigeria,
I weep for Nigeria.
je me lamente plutôt pour le Nigeria.
Citizenry, what is going on in our country?
Parce qu'il y a des
But
choses
what
qui se déroulent
God
dans
showed
notre
me
pays. Mais ce que le
is
Seigneur m'a
different
révélé
from what I'm seeing.
est différent de ce que moi je
I
vois en
was
tant qu'être
taken in the
humain.
realm of the
J'ai
spirit,
été emporté dans le règne de l'esprit,
cross north, south, east, west, south, and
le
the
nord, le sud,
angel
l'est, l'ouest.
pointed
Le Seigneur a
everywhere.
pointé partout.
I saw greener vegetation,
J'ai vu le
getting
vert
dry,
pâturage.
fountains of water. Listen to me, please.
Écoutez-moi s'il vous
Getting
plaît.
dried, fountains
Qui
of water,
se séchaient.
not producing water.
Des fontaines d'eau qui
All
ne
of a sudden,
produisaient pas d'eau. Mais
I
soudainement,
saw a rainfall.
j'ai vu la pluie
In the
tomber.
twinkling of an eye,
Et d'un clin
there was
d'œil,
a restoration.
il y a eu
And the
restauration.
Lord said to
Et
me,
le Seigneur m'a dit,
tell my children
dis
there
à
is
mes
hope
enfants, il y
for
a de
Nigeria.
l'espoir pour le Nigeria. Amen.
The current regime will do whatever they have to
Le
do,
régime en place va faire tout ce
humanly
qu'ils doivent faire,
possible.
humainement parlant.
But the Lord will take it from there, from their hands.
Mais le Seigneur va prendre.
There will be a gang up so very strong between
aura
2025
tellement de
to
gang up,
2026
tellement de complots
against the current president.
contre le président actuel.
He has to be very careful.
Il doit faire
Very
très
careful. In
attention.
fact, the Lord gave me this word for him.
Le Seigneur m'a donné cette
said,
parole pour toi en disant,
His Excellency, the president, should not fight
le
back,
président
but should make
ne
peace
doit pas lutter, mais
with
faire
all
la paix
aggrieved party.
avec tous les autres
He will
partis.
suffer brutal betrayal.
Tu
but it
vas
will not change
souffrir de la
anything.
trahison brutale, mais ça ne va rien changer du tout.
The Lord opened my
Le
eyes
Seigneur a ouvert mes yeux
concerning the church.
concernant l'Église.
And the church is going to have
L'Église
dominance
aura la
and governance
domination
and influence in the midst of persecution in
au milieu
Nigeria.
de la persécution
The
au
church
Nigeria.
voice will be very strong.
La voix de l'Église sera très pour qu'on puisse
The
lire.
church will have
L'Église
dominance,
aura de la dominance,
influence,
de l'influence
and governance.
et de la gouvernance.
The voice of the church will be restored. The Lord said to me, so many churches will become a voice. There's going to be a rise in the church of God in Africa, in the world, and especially in Nigeria.
Au Nigeria.
In 2025, there will be a new breed of new young ministers, breed of politicians, generals, people who will be holding up the baton. Like I said to you, there's nothing new you are going to see between 2025 to 2027 and from 2027 to 2031. And I say in 2031, there's something I saw, like the David we are expecting, the kind of movement that will change us. This person might not look like it, but will carry the audacity and the grace that will change things.
Qui va changer, c'est le David.
2025, it's a year of prophetic unity and alignment among the prophetic ministry. God said he will bring prophets who have never connected themselves together. They will begin to connect of like minds. There's going to be a movement, because one will begin to see that you can't stand alone. There'll be an alignment, a tribe that will be formed, especially in the prophetic ministry. It will sprang between 2025 to 2028. There's going to be a major voice in the prophetic that will be feared. It will be fierce, because the Lord is about to ride on prophets like donkey to deliver messages that will bring about restoration. There'll be great persecution of the church, but it will not change anything. The Minister of Federal Capital, Wike, will bring strong transformation to Abuja and step on more toes and be greatly hated and persecuted so much. It will not change anything about his person. But one of the things that the Lord said I should pray and warn him about: watch your head. Watch your head. It's only a living that can realize their dream. There will be great trial for the Senate President coming ahead. There will be great gang up. There will be walking out of sections, and there will be a lot of strong gang up. And it will be very, very strong. I pray he survive it. I pray his northern brothers will be happy with him at the end. So many barren women in 2025 will carry their children. Yes, I saw babies falling down from heaven, and they were coming down like twins. And I have a good news for the barren women in 2025. The Lord said, "Is your year." I saw barren women dancing at the end, and majority of these children are male children.
Have their own procedures, so they have to follow their own procedures. Ours is to ensure they will follow up and make sure that we monitor what's being done. But I'm sure they will do, because we have been able. I think the Attorney General did a fantastic job, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Defense, together with the Office of the National Security Advisors, comprehensive things were done. Exhibits were forwarded that will enable them to be able to take action.
How dangerous was Simon Ekpa's activities and all allied or related to your office and to the Nigerian society?
Very innocent people were killed just by his utterances. And so we needed to stop that. And that's immediately picked him. You see that it has gone down. There are people like him that also doing those things. We're also equally going after them, both outside and within. There are people that benefit. You know, the funny thing about the country is that some people think everything is about politics. So there are individuals that feel if there is peace, then maybe the government is doing too well, and then people want to applaud. So some people intentionally want to make sure that the country remains ungovernable. There's strife everywhere, but innocent people are killed. If you want to be a leader and you are praying for some people to be killed just because you want to come in, I think there's a problem somewhere.
So the agitation in the Southeast region, I mean, you have mentioned that it is not only the fight, well, there are other measures. Yeah. Do you think that the release of Nnamdi Kanu might help the situation?
Well, I don't know. I think the federal government is considering all options, and I think that's a decision, that's a political decision. It's not our own decision. Our own decision is to stop the killing, to ensure that we secure the communities and that they're free. People must stop providing necessary support to these individuals. In Maiduguri, why surrendering came up is that people stopped supporting them, and they were able to come out. So I think the same thing should be repeated here. So that we can have, to whatever grievance they have representatives that will represent them, that will make cases for them. But besides that, we're always using the kinetic and the non-kinetic. It's not only about force. The non-kinetic aspect is also working. Like I mentioned, the kinetic effort is just about 30%. Non-kinetic is almost 70-65% of the whole solution. So we're also working towards that. The federal government is working with the opinion leaders, with stakeholders in the Southeast, to ensure that they let them come together and discuss and be able to call this and stop this wanton killing. Those guys doing the killing, you wonder what they're doing for. They are just killing people randomly.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. My body is weak after hearing what the defense chief of the army staff has to say concerning the agitation and innocent people that are losing their life in the process or are caught in the midst of fire. This is a whole lot. This video is a lot, but we're going to break it down in section. Like I said, first of all, Prophet Joshua Igila gave a prophecy that they should sit down, analyze, dialogue with this leader. And there is something that the defense chief of staff actually said, that the federal government is actually looking into all options, which he was asked that, do you think setting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free will actually reduce this unaliving people in this area of the country? And he says that, oh yes, the federal government is actually weighing all options at this point in time, in as much as they are trying their best to also do things to make sure that communities are safe for individual, but they are actually exploring their option. That means Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could be free anytime soon, because he's one man that I believe that his agitation is just so pure, in a way that he says that all he's fighting for is for the less privileged. His voices of individual should be heard at the end of the day. And I know a lot of people are saying some certain type of things that, oh, do you think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, after coming out, he's actually going to fight for Biafra, or he's just going to fight for the eastern part of Nigeria? You get my point. A lot of people are contemplating, and a lot of followers are with Simon Ekpa, because it feels like freedom is not given willingly, it's being fought for, and it cannot be bought. You have to show human strength. You get my point. And there's something he said in one of his videos, that they have all it takes. They have instruments that they can actually go face to face with the Nigerian army, toe to toe with the Nigerian army. And I'm not surprised, honestly, because like the defense chief of staff actually say in this video, he says that individuals are actually giving them the courage, and they are giving them resources and ammunition, which is just crazy. But you know that what he's actually saying is not actually far from the truth, but it's just a pity that we want to do everything to destroy our lovely community, our bubbly community. It breaks my heart to actually see things go down this path. So that is just it for that particular one. Then there are a lot of prophecies that Prophet Joshua Igila actually gave in this particular video. I feel like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need to sit with the president and some Igbo leaders, people that are actually wanting peace in the eastern part of Nigeria. That is number one. Then number two, he says that the president of Nigeria, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should actually take his health serious. As you all know, during democracy last year, the celebration, he fell down, which a lot of individuals were making caricature of the video about how he fell down. And I was kind of sad, because Nigeria, we take everything for joke and we take everything for granted. Irrespective of anything, that man is an elderly person. That man is old. He could be your great grandfather, if I'm not mistaken, because some of us, our grandparents are just 50, you get. So please, let's mind the kind of things that we say or we wish upon a fellow human being, because it could be you, it could be your family member, it could be your loved ones. So please, let's not wish bad things on people. Then secondly, he talks about Yesowiki. And I know that this is going to step on a lot of toes. In as much as you feel like you want to do good, it seems like the harm you're causing, the injustice, the things you're doing to people is overshadowing the good that you're actually doing. Honestly, as Wike was made minister of Abuja, a lot of things went downhill. People's houses were demolished, like unnecessary, let me put it that way, because sometimes the kind of things that you're reading when they charge these cases to court, you feel like it's just petty things he's demolishing houses for, which is just too crazy for me, because individuals work their ass up to actually make sure that they put a roof over their head and to be able to feed their family. And then at the end of the day, you build your settle, or you're just facing is how to raise money to be able to feed your family, send your kids to school, and then live your best life. Then somebody just come out of nowhere, boom, just because he was made minister of a particular state, then he start demolishing properties, and these people do not get compensated at the end of the day. And it's just heartbreaking, let me put it that way. It breaks my heart to actually see a lot of things like this happening in Nigeria, and nobody is actually doing anything about it, because it seems like they're just going to sweep those cases under the rug in court, because they say let the best man win, and you know definitely who is going to win. And Prophet Joshua Igila is saying that he should be careful. In as much as he's going to do good thing, he should be careful because of his head. He's somebody that do not have his head on his neck. Just imagine how that person is going to do good or bad at the end of the day. So he should watch his back, watch his front, watch his side, left and right, before he crosses the road. If not, what is coming for him will take off his head down. And I know that a lot of us will be jubilating, yes, let him go, let him do this, but he's a human being. In as much as you're going to look at the bad things he has done, he has actually stood up at some point to actually defend some certain type of things that actually help our society, our communities to bubble. It's just that, see, I always tell people that politics is a dirty game. If you have not really come close to what politics is all about, you just stand from afar and start judging politicians in some certain type of way. Sometimes those that are not politicians, those that their money like do things in politics, plays parts in politics, they are the one that does the most. Sometimes somebody just want to cause a fight in communities just because he wants to be able to sell his product and service. You get my point? So that is just that one for that particular area. Then he says that there's going to be a certain type of gang up against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and I'm like, what is it? What we are seeing right now, the forces that are about to merge, I think Kwankwaso, then Peter Obi, Atiku, but there's a statement that Peter Obi actually released to the press that if it's just to take down Tinubu, he's not going to be part of that, but if it's to help the country get better or be in a better state, he's actually going to do everything within his power to support, because a lot of people are saying that it seems like Peter Obi, Kwankwaso, and Atiku are trying to merge as one particular force to actually kick APC government out of power and then be able to put things in place. And I began to ask myself that who is actually going to give way for the other person to become the president? As you all know, during the 2023 presidential election, Peter Obi was the flag bearer for Labour Party, and while Atiku was the flag bearer for PDP. So, and Atiku has been a vice president to Obasanjo for 8 tenure. So do you think he will wish to become the vice president in this era and time again, because he's fighting to be president and no avail, which is just so crazy. I start to look at this scenario and I'm just thinking in my head, who is going to give way for who? Or because they feel like a lot of individuals, youth, supported Peter Obi during the 2023 election, so they are just trying to use him as a face to try to kick APC out of power, then take power to themselves. But there is something that Kwankwaso actually came out to actually said in China's television, which was just on another level. But we're going to get to that one in a different video. This particular video, I just want to ensure that it's not too long and it's not too bulky. And then there are a lot of things that Prophet Joshua Igila said concerning individuals, especially women that are looking for the fruit of the womb. He says, don't worry, don't say further, because your time and your season has actually come. God is going to bless a lot of women with fruit of the womb, with not just 1 baby, 2 baby, 3 baby, 4 baby, even 6 baby at once. And these kids are going to be mostly male children, not female children. And I'm like, God, please let your will be done. A lot of women out there are looking for the fruits of the womb. A lot of women have done a lot of things. Some people have done IVF, some people have gone to places, prayer, fasting. They have called them all manner of names, all in the name of they could not have their own baby, but an open heaven upon them this season, this period, this year 2025. So it's something that we should actually rejoice for this set of individuals. So please, that is just what I really want to share with you. And then there's something he says that God is going to raise a lot of men of God in our society, in our nation Nigeria, in our continent Africa, and the world at large. So please be looking out for great men of God, prophets around you. See, God has blessed us Nigerians beyond measure. God has blessed this continent, Africa, beyond measure. God has blessed humanity beyond measure. So let's give thanks, glory, honor, and adoration to God Almighty for the things He's doing in our life and for the things He's about to do in our life. So please, I urge each and every one of us to please commit Nigeria in their day-to-day prayer, commit our regions, our ethnic groups into God's hands, our family into God's hands, because see, it's not by our power, it's by the mercy of God and the grace of God upon our life that we are able to navigate each passing day. And God is just great, so we need to give Him thanks and adoration. So that is just what I want to really share with you guys in this video, and I hope you enjoy it in as much as I did. If you did, please let me know your opinion at the comment section below. And if you're a returning subscriber, oh my goodness, I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you. Thank you for always tuning in. Thank you for always watching our videos. God bless you as you do that all the time. Please help me share this video like I said. And if you're a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you. And if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, come on, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe, comment, like, share, give this video a thumbs up so that it will help the YouTube algorithm to push it out to a lot of individuals so that they will be aware of what God is saying and what is happening in our community and society and nation. Thank you.